Hi, I'm James Matthews Paul. I'm here with PrintingNews.com at the Graph Expo show in Orlando, Florida. I'm with Jacob Aizikowitz, president of XMPie. Jacob, it's great to see you again. We last met a couple of years ago, didn't we?
We did. Great to see you again as well.
So, obviously XMPie, fantastic piece of software. It's something that I've been very enthusiastic about before. Since I saw you a couple of years ago, what would you say the major developments in the software have been?
Key developments in the last, let's say, year or 18 months were around several different areas. One key area was redoing a lot of the capabilities around the cross-media area. So something that we call 2G or OpenXM, and the essence of what we did over there, we opened the door for people who want to do digital media, not talking about the print, the digital, like mobile, website, things like that, to use whatever workflow they are familiar with, not necessarily our tools, but have a very easy integration with the XMPie personalization engine and data and all of that stuff. And that creates the meeting point between what they do in print, which is, all with Adobe and XMPie tools, and what they can do in digital, which can use whatever tool they want, but connect to our personalization engine. This is significant, and we have very good feedback from customers about it, because we open the door for collaboration to the customers of ours working with the web teams of their customers, and it's really smashing. And it is tied to one of our key products we call Circle, but Circle is a solution, cloud-based, for campaign management, marketing automation, and the two, the OpenXM, 2G, and Circle work very nicely together. I think this is one of the key significant things that we've done. The other thing, just to end, as you run with your software and you have customers, things are changing, and we've done significant improvement in the capability of our software to scale, especially in cloud environments, performance, and resilience. And these are key things that we did in the last year.
Okay, that's fantastic. Two major areas of development there.
Yeah.
Also in the last year, in fact very recently, you've won a Must-See 'em award.
Yes.
And that was for campaigns on demand. I don't know much about that project. Could you tell me a little bit more?
Yes. So one thing that is becoming more and more common in the industry is that people shift from just print touchpoint to engaging customers over customer journeys. Customer journeys are essentially a collection of touch points. Some of them are in print, some of them are in digital, mobile, websites, email, things like that. So the notion of campaign is something that describes this journey, the journey of customers through the different touch points. And that is something that we introduced through Circle. So Circle, the tool, the cloud-based solution that we have, allows people to sketch what will be the dialogue, to connect it to different media touch points, to connect it live to what the system is doing in terms of print production, websites, and all of that stuff. So we established the notion of how do you talk about multiple touch points in an omni-channel or multi-channel environment. Now what we realized is that once you created this thing that we call campaign, it has a lot of value in it. It's the touch points, it's the interaction between them, it's the logic that drives between the touch points. It's really the blueprint of the customer journey. And people, once they created one, they want to be able to create another one that simply replicates exactly the same thing, but maybe for a different brand, different time of year, different content. Campaign on demand is all about taking a campaign, considering it to be a template for a campaign, and then instantiate it, and then customize it. And we see many situations now that customers understand that it's not anymore just about print touch points. So web to print is still alive, but it's moving. It's moving to multiple touch points, meaning campaigns. And now doing campaign instances in an easy way is very significant, and that is campaign on demand.
And that's really important, because each campaign is going to have different variables, different things that you need to incorporate.
Yes.
I mean, XMPie is a piece of software that I know relatively well, and I can see how maybe for some printers it feels like a very big step. So we know that software is having a bigger and bigger impact and importance within a print service provider. What would you say that role really is now, in terms of what software can enable people to do, and why people should look maybe at more complicated software packages that they might not have considered previously?
Sure. Well, it's a challenging question because, first of all, in software there are many different categories, but just for the simplicity of this discussion, there are a collection of software that is done in order to improve the workflow in the print shop, if you're focusing just on printing. So the print shop, they want to do things faster with no touch and just the workflow over there. That's one category of software. Other category of software, stuff that we are doing, is more about the value creation in terms of engaging customers, personalization in print, multi-channel, omni-channel, campaigns, all of that stuff. Now, printers understand. They understand. We see it from the frequency of questions. Printers understand that the print alone, print as a solo discipline, is there, but it's not going to be sustained for a long time. You cannot stay just with print if you are without going to engaging in multi-channel or something like that. The value of what you're providing as a service will be diminishing. And so printers have no choice but to go and to start doing things in other media, to offer services that tie the print to the digital media interaction. And we emphasize it very much. This is one of the things we are emphasizing. We did it in Drupa and we are doing it over here. Every demo, everything that you see in the XMPie booth and what we are promoting is all about one touch point, let's say a catalog, leading to a digital touch point, interaction on a mobile device, leading to a PDF with coupons. We are promoting this message that it's never about one time, one touch. It's moving into all of this continuous dialogue. And printers have to have the right stuff. They have to recruit the right people. And we are trying to make it more simple and more easy, but it's really a world of digital and data and printing.
I think it's about also having a vision for the applications and using the right ingredients for the right job. There's a huge amount of technology to see in the industry at the moment, a lot to get your head around if you are a printer.
Yes.
Coming to Graph Expo, what do you think people should be looking out for here at the show?
Well, I'm biased,
of course,
with software, but I will say this. You see a very significant trend where inkjet is moving to higher quality in combination of their image quality, substrates, all of the things that together makes the quality of the print piece. The way I look at it, I'm saying, fine, it's great. It means that people need to understand that you need to have high quality software to create high quality content. So look at content and rendering. The other thing is that we are starting to see a very nice thing in terms of printing on objects. And we see a very nice connection between the XMPie ability to take something, customize it, and drive such a machine. Overall, I think that the message of in XMPie, I mean, I can put myself only in this position of saying the notion of multi-channel, cross-media, all integrated with personalization and data is crucial, and you should look for solutions of that type.
And there's definitely a couple out there, but I've got to say XMPie is something that I know pretty well. I've said that a few times now, haven't I?
Yes, you did.
It's, but it's a great piece of software. I'm sure that people are going to come and have a look. Jacob Aizikowitz, thank you very much for joining me at Graph Expo.
Excellent. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.